I feel like we're one of the only cultural groups that eats non-stop, and even if you go into a Filipino person's house, you know, they tell you, oh, have you eaten? You say yeah, but then they're still like, okay, eat some more.
My parents didn't teach me Tagalog, they didn't teach me about my history or culture, but in college I learned about this quote, no history, no self. I learned about my history, and being here in the Philippines is really a reminder of how far I've come to be proud as a Filipino American.
And realizing that there's a lot of stories that I really want to carry on and tell the future generations. I think that's what makes me proud.
Being born in the Philippines and then immigrating to the United States at such a young age, I want to keep that cultural ties, and I keep on coming back here.
NAFFAA's vision is to really unite and engage the 4 million Filipino Americans throughout the United States. We really want to help provide resources to help empower Filipino Americans and serve as their voice in Washington, D.C. and throughout the country.
NAFFAA was founded from a first group of Filipino American patriots based in San Francisco, and they decided to unify the entire nation with one vision, that is serving the Filipino Americans and Filipinos that are in the United States.
Some of our major accomplishments have included really helping lead the charge for Filipino American World War II veterans to receive the Congressional Gold Medal, helping unite and engage thousands of Filipino Americans across the country through our regional conferences and events, and really prioritizing youth development through our Empowering Filipino Youth through Collaboration program.
NAFFAA believes that recognizing and honoring the soldiers, the Filipino American soldiers now, so that 1946 Rescission Act would not be repeated again.
Filipinos are needing some representation in our country. So by making everyone aware that to vote is important, we are actually letting everyone know that we have a voice in Washington, D.C.
I think that showing that unity between all the different regions is very important, just because to show the sheer numbers that we have across the nation, whether it be youth, whether it be organizations doing different things.
A lot of the things we do are not just for ourselves, but for our future children and the youth.
I think a big part of it is also making sure that we have a passage of information, because if we don't know how we got here, then how do we know where we're going to go?
If you want to get inspired, get out of your comfort zone and travel the world. But if you want to know more about yourself, come home. This is where it's all began. So it's time to come home, and it's time to join NAFFAA.
We come from different generations, different backgrounds, different regions, but we must always remember that the Bayanihan spirit has always been and will always be embedded in our culture and values. NAFFAA's goal is to serve as the voice of all Filipinos by uniting, engaging, and empowering the 4 million diverse individuals and community organizations in the United States. No more questioning your ability to lead and make a difference because you are more than good enough. No more being silent because we will speak up and amplify our voice. No more sitting by the sidelines because we will rise up and get actively involved.